Hey, what's up everybody? It's Kellen here from Start Your Systems and welcome to another video in MX's ATV All Out. Today I'm going to be telling you guys about the Arenacross downloadable content coming out on Friday, August 24th. A little bit of a preview video here today. There are 13 tracks that are coming out in this DLC and I'm going to show you guys 4 of them. And I'm going to start off with Wilkes-Barre Arenacross because it's kind of a pretty, I don't know, I guess prototypical Arenacross track. With the start going all the way down into a sweeping 180 corner, whoops, and then a 6-set rhythm section, and then it U-turns into a finish line jump. I'm only going to do like 3-4 laps on this track, and then go to the next one. I was planning on doing 4 tracks for this video, make it roughly, I don't know, 12 minutes long or so, and enjoy playing it a little bit. I'm on a 250F because in the Arenacross series, the premier class is the 250F class. Wasn't always that way, but this past 3-4 years, I think it's been going now. The 250F class was the premier class, or at least that's what was the machine that was racing the premier class. So that's why I decided to ride a 250F today for this video. And I feel like it suits the 250Fs pretty well in this game anyway. A 450 might be a tad much for these tracks, and the 250F at least seems to kind of hit everything really smooth and perfectly, and the tracks kind of flow better on a 250F, at least in my opinion, of course. But I love the way that the tracks are built. The scaling feels really on point, honestly, and then it seems like they use a lot of pretty close to replica looking arenas. I don't know how good or bad the stadiums are because I've only been to a couple Arenacross races in my life, and actually the Vegas one is unique because it jumps from arena to arena, but been to the Vegas one and a couple others. Anyway, one more lap here on Wilkes-Barre and then I'll go to a different one, but just giving you guys an idea of what these tracks kind of look like, the scaling, how they flow, and try to talk through a couple of my talking points with this DLC, which I think is a really cool thing. This is the last year, and I'll go to the next track now. Time trial. I was planning on doing Florence, Denver, and Nampa, so I'll just do these 3 in a row after this. But this is the quote-unquote last year of Arenacross, since Arenacross is going away next year. Feld is putting all of their eggs in the amateur supercross basket, if you will. So amateur supercross, which happened at 4 rounds this past season, is now going to be the, quote-unquote Arenacross event that is taking the place. Like Feld Entertainment is putting their attention towards that now, I suppose, and thus Arenacross is going away, sadly. I'm sure that on some level Arenacross will come back, though. It always seemed like a pretty popular event, and yeah, it's been kind of legendary. Like Arenacross has been around for a good while and was super popular in the late 90s, and felt like it was coming back a little bit recently with popularity. And of course there's other smaller, like local series Arenacross type races that are out there across the country, but this was like the official full series Arenacross series. And of course a lot of guys made their name from Arenacross. Tyler Bowers, Gavin Faith has recently kind of been the man in Arenacross, although Jacob Hayes won the Arenacross championship this past year. Go back and talk about like Buddy Antunez and Robbie Renard and a couple other guys that were also, up there making Arenacross look pretty good back in the day. And kind of sad, like I said, to see it go, but cool that we get to play the tracks in MX's ATV All Out. And I like that we get officially licensed tracks of some sort in this game. I know a lot of people were sort of psyched at the possibility of nationals, but I don't know. I'll take Arenacross. This is pretty sweet. I like these tracks. They all seem pretty fun. They've got pretty good flow to them, and they were built really well in this game, at least in my opinion. Peaky jumps. The one thing I would say that I wish they did maybe a little bit better is try to capture the tightness of Arenacross. Like I feel like the track is a little bit too wide on some of these sections. I'll go to the next track that I was going to do. But Arenacross is really really tight. Like there is not a lot of room. You can maybe squeeze 3 guys side by side, but good luck making it into the corners. And I feel like they kind of expanded it a little bit in the DLC for this, but not so much so that I feel like it's over the top. I just pointed it out as something that I felt like it was noticeable, at least, that the tracks were a touch wider than maybe they are in real life, but still a good job overall producing the tracks and making you know, like fun rhythm lanes and good flow on all the tracks. Of course, I'm only showing you guys a couple, so you can't get the full idea per se from them, but I felt like these 4 tracks that I did pick gave you the best idea that, you know, they have the traditional style arena cross tracks, the more open-ended arena style tracks as well. This one seems to be a bit longer than your standard arena. There's 8 jumps in these back-to-back rhythm lanes, which is definitely not what a normal arena can hold. And they have, you know, ones that go out of the stadium, like I'll show you on the next one. But yeah, overall a really cool DLC. Like I said, 13 tracks. It's all the official Arenacross series tracks from this past year, and gonna be up in the DLC store, I think, all across the board on Friday, August 24th. So you can download it there. The Xbox Marketplace, PlayStation Network Store, or the Steam Marketplace. All going to be available to download. Would recommend checking it out. Looks like a lot of good fun to be had. Create an online server with your buds and bro down on some Arenacross. I would dig it. Invite me. Let's face off with some arena crashing. And I'll probably get my tushy whooped because I'm not the best at this game. Sometimes I feel like I get my flow going. I got a little bit of mojo, but right now kind of making these tracks look not the best. Finish one more lap here in Nampa, and then I think the next one is, I already do the Florence one. So the next one was New Orleans? I forget. I'll look it up. Love these rhythm sections though, good flow to them. A couple different options to hit. Double, triple, double. Triple, double, triple. Triple, triple, double. Maybe bust a quad if you're on a 450. Heck, I don't know. I haven't given it a whole go on a 450 yet, just some 250 action. So there's that track, and I'll do one more for this video just for the funs of it. Oh no, that was Denver that I was playing, or did I play Nampa? I went one pass. So I wanted to do Denver, ended up going one pass. So we'll do Denver now. One more of these little 4-track series here. Some Arenacross and MX versus ATV All Out. Good fun to be had. This track I really do like in this game though. Got a lot of good flow to it, as I already crashed on the finish line jump. But I like how it goes out into this little outer area outside of the stadium, and then come back in and you hit like a legit Supercross triple, which I remember actually seeing videos of this track from the actual Arenacross event. I'm like, dang, those guys don't very often get enough space on the floor to be able to have a legit Arenacross triple mixed in, or Arenacross, or legit Supercross triple on the floor, but it seems like this arena fit it pretty well. They have the start completely separate, like you never even go back down the start straight. Pretty unique layout. I like when they get innovative on these Arenacross floors. There's not a lot of space to work with, but sometimes these guys can think outside the box and come up with some cool ideas. I mean, it still is a pretty standard, for the most part, Arenacross track. The one obvious exception is that it goes out of the stadium, which doesn't always happen, and then they don't use the start straight again, which again doesn't always happen. But still pretty much just long left-handed sweeper, 2 left-hand 180s and 1 right-hand 180 before the Arenacross catapult finish line jump. But yeah, all these tracks, like I said, have a really good flow to them. They've so far taught me how to hit whoops half decent in this game, which I was not good at before. And yeah, Arenacross DLC, MX vs ATV All Out, good stuff. Hope you guys liked this video. If you guys did, be sure to let me know what you guys think of this DLC, what you thought of the video, whether it was garbage or decent, or my riding skills are getting better, hopefully, maybe. And yeah, thanks for watching another video here on Start Your Systems. I appreciate all the support you guys continue to give, and be sure to download the DLC on August 24th and MX vs. ATV All Out. So I will see you guys in the next one. So long for now.